From the moment she was born, Dina was the apple of her mother's eye. But one day, while playing near a fabric dyeing factory, boredom got the better of her. She began to play with a nearby machine, unaware of the danger. The female worker close by was too busy to notice. As Dina turned the handle out of curiosity, her skirt got caught in the spinning mechanism. Panicked, she tried to free herself, but failed. Terrified, she screamed for her mother, and then tragedy struck. A boiling bucket of alkaline chemicals spilled and landed on her mother. Dina watched in horror. In one moment, her world flipped upside down. Her mother's screams echoed through the factory, drawing the attention of nearby villagers. One of the workers ran to call the factory owner, who tragically was none other than the injured woman's husband. He rushed in, only to find his wife in an unrecognizable state, burned beyond recognition, in unimaginable pain. Unable to bear the sight or the truth, he looked at Dina standing nearby and instantly knew this was because of her. And sadly, he wasn't wrong. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, he lashed out at his daughter. But the villagers stopped him. After that, Dina was locked inside a dark warehouse. Loneliness, guilt, and fear consumed her. She was just a child, but her mind began to collapse. She heard strange voices, started acting odd. Then one day, a hidden door on the floor creaked open, and someone came to visit her. Thomas, her only friend. His behavior was strange. He gently touched Dina's face, as if trying to feel her pain. 3 days passed in that hut. Dina looked completely broken, unable to bear the trauma of her mother's death and her father's coldness. Eventually, her mother passed away. Her father, drowning in grief, burned down the entire factory. Soon after, an old friend of the family offered to take Dina on a trip, a way to help her heal. When it was time to leave, Dina was brought outside. Her eyes were lifeless. Her father couldn't even look at her. Her mother was gone, and her father had abandoned her emotionally. How could such a little girl survive this? Big tragedies destroy people from the inside, and Dina was just 8 years old. She went into her mother's old room, flipping through some books. But one strange image frightened her. The hanging light on the wall began to swing. Terrified, she ran away. On days her father left the house, Dina would walk to the sea, blindfolded, trying to replay the game she once played with her mother. But she walked dangerously close to a cliff's edge. One wrong step and she would fall to her death. Maybe she was trying to call her mother's soul. Suddenly, the housekeeper called out. Her father had returned, bringing her a beautiful toy. Maybe he was finally trying to be a father again. But Dina, raised in loneliness, had become wild. She bit her father. This time, she was locked in a wooden warehouse. Only Thomas visited her. He watched her with innocent, silent eyes. Her father was exhausted. So his friend Jacob suggested something. Bring in a teacher. Maybe a change of atmosphere would help. Soon, a strange teacher arrived, even more unusual than Dina. He asked her to play the violin. As he played a soothing melody, something inside Dina began to melt. Music touched her broken soul. Music gave her a reason to live again. 10 years later, Dina had grown up. People came to her home to hear her play. One frequent visitor was her father's old friend, Jacob. He didn't just like her music, he had started liking Dina. He was 20 years older, but for friendship and business, Dina's father agreed to the match. Thomas overheard it all. The next day, Jacob sent a horse, a sign of the upcoming engagement. But poor Dina, she knew nothing. When her father finally told her everything, her world began to crumble again. What will happen to Dina next? Will another storm enter her life? To find out, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to watch the next part first.